Hello, my name is Navdeep Dewangan, and today, as a part of final project for Indian economy and policy, I am going to talk about NPA issues in India. So, first of all, what is an NPA? NPA are non-performing assets which are loans or advances given by banks for which the principal or the interest has not been paid since last 90 days. As per the norms of RBI, the banks are required to classify NPAs in further three categories. First is substandard asset. Substandard asset are those assets which have been NPA for a period of less than 12 months. Next is doubtful asset. Doubtful assets are those assets which have been NPA since a period of less than 24 months, or they have been substandard asset for a period of less than 12 months. And any asset which has been an NPA for a period of greater than 24 months are known as loss asset. Loss asset basically does not have any value, they are valueless, but there may be certain salvage value attached. Now NPA is currently very big issue in India, and let me throw in some data of Bloomberg to support my claim. Now this is the ratio of worst NPAs across the world of all the countries, and as you can see from here, the India is ranked 7th worst amongst all. So India has the 7th worst NPA ratio across the world. Next is again Bloomberg's data of 25 large Asia Pacific banks which are part of Bloomberg Asia Banks Large Cap Index, and it shows that the large Indian banks are the worst performing NPAs across the world. And ironically, the three banks listed are SBI, ICICI Bank and HDFC Bank, which are three banks which are performing best in this country, because the worst performing banks here are the public sector banks. Among the private banks, the Yes Bank, Kotak Mahindra, IndusInd and HDFC reported growth or net profit in the range of 20 to 30% a year ago. On the other hand, most of the state-owned banks have reported losses continuously. Central Bank of India and Bank of Maharashtra reported net losses for the quarter. Syndicate Bank, Union Bank fell by more than 70%. There were some exceptions in both categories, such as one private lender, Axis Bank, which it posted an 83 decline in profit because of increased provision for bad debt. Now, NPA problem is one of the most severe problem currently. Also, the ex-RBI governor, Dr. Raghuram Rajan, has identified the similar problem, and according to him, it's the single most major problem which has been faced by Indian banking sector currently. This problem was hidden earlier because the bank used to do window dressing. So what is a window dressing is they beautify their financial statement so that it appears attractive. While his tenure, Raghuram Rajan asked the banks to clean up their asset books by March 2017, and because of this, 29 public sector banks wrote off 1.14 lakh crore of bad debts between 2013 to 2015, and this is more than the total write-off that was what these banks did in the preceding 9 years. Now, this is a problem, but what are the steps to solve these problems? There are certain traditional steps to solve this, and which could be like appointment of nodal officers in the head offices or zonal offices which are responsible for recovery of those loans, or close watch on NPA by picking up some certain signals, warning signals before, or directing state level bankers to be more proactive. This is very traditional way of doing it. Government is also doing certain initiatives, like they recently launched Mission Indradhanush to make the working of public sector bank more efficient and more transparent. However, to solve this problem, there are some short term and there are some long term measures. Short term measures could be review of NPAs one by one, and when I say one by one, I say that the NPAs need to be assessed for their viability. Viability basically means that whether the NPAs are capable of gaining a position of performing asset again. So which are viable can be given more finance, and so that they become performing asset. But however, those NPAs which are unviable, they can be given to ARCs, which are asset restructuring company, or banks can take over it. So this can be a short term measure. A long term measure could be like improving a credit risk management. So when I say credit risk management improvement, it includes the credit appraisal system, credit monitoring system, and analyzing trends in group leverage to which the borrowing firm belongs to. Now, also banks should conduct some sensitivity analysis and contingency planning while appraising the projects, and it should build adequate safeguards against such external factors. One another method long term could be an implementation of MIS systems. MIS can enable timely detection of problem accounts, so they can flag early signals of danger and facilitate timely information to management on these aspects. Basically, using MIS, one can strengthen the credit monitoring in the long run. Also, one more thing is they can enforce accountability. What I mean by accountability enforcement is, till now what happens is the lower ring managers are considered responsible for whatever loaning decision are taken. But however, this is not the case. The loaning decision are taken by the higher level also. Therefore, the sanction official and the top level and the bottom level should share the burden equally. And the last long term measure could be restructure accounts, where the restructure accounts should be treated as a non-performing and technical write-offs, where banks can remove their NPAs from their balance sheet permanently. And these are some short-term and long-term measures for curing the NPA problem in India. And that's it. Thank you.